Hey guys, it's Pownzzz and welcome to a brand new video today. Today is episode 2 of my Stoke City career mode. Last time out, I pretty much played my first few games as a new Stoke City manager, playing in the tournament. We've actually ended up winning that tournament by 2-0, playing against AZ in the final, and also we played our first game in the Championship, beating Leeds by 3-0 in our first game. In this episode we're going to go through up until the end of August, going through all the way up until transfer deadline day, which means playing through these 5 games here. I'm probably going to play all the Championship games, but I'm just going to sim against the Coventry game in the Cup. I'll simulate that one. Right guys, we just had a transfer offer for Darren Fletcher from Trabzonspor, and again, with most of the players that are like substitutes or I'd use in cup matches, I'm just going to reject. So sorry Trabzonspor, but you're not getting Darren Fletcher. And also guys, Sporting have actually just come out with an offer for Joe Allen. I've already rejected one from Besiktas. I said no to that for 7.3 million, and obviously they offer me a bit less than Besiktas did, and like I say, he's my first team player, and yeah, instant reject. Right guys, moving straight ahead, we're actually going up again in our first home game of the season against Brentford. I actually went to this match. This is actually the very first game I actually vlogged on my channel, so it's great having this game come up. Let's have a look at some of the results so far. Middlesbrough beat Sheffield United by 2-0, and West Brom drew with Nottingham Forest. Let's have a look at where the team stands. So yeah, Sheffield United are rock bottom after playing 2 games and having no points. They're not exactly where they are right now on the table, and Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest and West Brom are the top 3 teams after playing their games. So we're going to go against Brentford now. We're going to see how it goes, guys. Anyway guys, here we are, moving into the first game of today's episode. It's the first home game of the season against Brentford. I'm actually also questioning my difficulty. I'm still unprofessional. I did say in my first episode that I can play world class, and obviously last episode I ended up winning 2-0 and 3-0. That was the only 2 games I played, so they were quite comfortable victories. So if this is too easy for me, I will bump it up, don't worry about it guys. But we're going with an unchanged side as we did last game. Moritz Bauer's still injured. He was out for 2 months with a collateral ligament damage or something, so Cuco Martinez in at right back. So yeah, we're just going with the same team, and let's get into it guys. Here we are guys at the Bet365 Stadium, brand new season. Not your mighty Potters and your Stoke City. Here we go guys, love the brand new stadium. EA actually updated the stadium this year. They've actually added that corner, the new corner in that I actually sit in, so thank God they actually managed to do that. So here we go guys, jumping straight into the match. Come on Stoke, and we kick off first home game of the season. Here we are guys. Bojan. So Mamdouth again holds up the play, and oh, that's a bad foul. So we've got a free kick on the edge of the area. De Silva with the sliding tackle on Diouf. I think that's a yellow card. And we're going to have Tom Ince on this, I think, aren't we? Oh no, it's Bojan. Bojan is on it. There we go, let's have a look. Let's go for this top corner. Bojan strikes it, oh, it hits the ball. Bojan's double. Takes a second strike and it's over the bar. Diouf. Tom Ince. Tries to get around his man. McLean's hit it first time. Good save. Back in from Allen. Back towards McLean again. Oh, it's over the bar again. 2 chances for McLean. 1 strike at the keeper. It's a good save. Back in from Allen. And a header from McLean straight over the bar. And there we go guys. It's the half-time whistle. It's 0-0. We've had some good chances with McLean's 2 chances having a strike from inside the box and his header over the bar. Bojan's free kick as well was the only other major threat in that half. Here guys, here's the second half. Brentford will kick it off for this half, attacking towards the Boover end this time. Straight off kick off, Brentford are looking threatening. Oh, they found a lot of space on this left hand side. Peters has come out of position. Oh no, Peters. He has the sliding tackle. He had a trailing leg, and it's a penalty to Brentford. No card's been given, but Jack Butland's got some work to do. Mopé's going to set up for this penalty. and he's found, he said, he's went pretty much straight down the middle and Brentford lead. Go straight from the kickoff, we give away a penalty, and I go the wrong way. Stoke 0, Brentford 1. Bojan's found Diouf through. Mamdiouf just hold it back. Mamdiouf shoots. It's a good. Oh, it's just gone straight wide. I thought that took a deflection then, but it didn't come off anybody. It just went well wide of the goal. He's found their way through. Pownzzz is a brilliant save from Butland on the legs of him. It's lovely play through from Brentford, finding the space. Phobe's won the ball, he's come back, he's going to have to break up now. We need some support, we found him. It's a free through ball from Diouf. He's found Phobe 1-on-1. Phobe's got to score, he hits the keeper, he's going across it, Phobe! It's through the... oh my god, it's across the face of goal. How did that not go in? All he had to do was get a toe on it. Ball over the top to Phobe. There's the box to Bojan. To a Tabo strikes one, deflected, and it's out for a corner. Oh, it's another good, it's a good shot from a Tabo with block. We've got some substitutions going on though, guys. Bringing on the big man, Peter Crouch and Ryan Woods are coming on for Joe Allen and the Tabo. We're going for a 4-2-4 formation. Bringing with a Phobe and a Crouch up front. I'm going to have to go for it now, guys. Ball's coming for Pownzzz. Finds a Phobe. It's off the bar. Oh my god, can this get any worse for us? Now it's a break again with Mope. It's a strike, and it's wide of the goal. This is probably going to be the last kick we're going to get, guys. Butland hits it up. And it's full time. Brentford sneak a victory against us with a penalty that Eric Peters gave away at the start of the second half. I just couldn't break Brentford down. They defended solidly. It was a very tough game, and the first home game of the season comes out in a defeat for it, unfortunately. It's Stoke City 0, Brentford 1. And after that defeat to Brentford, guys, we slipped down the table now to 9th. But don't forget, we're only 2 games in, so obviously we've still got loads of time to creep up. Obviously, we've got Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest at the moment leading the pack, with Middlesbrough winning all 3 of their games so far that they've played. So yeah, we did definitely bounce back after that Brentford defeat. And Besiktas are coming at us again with another offer for one of our players, this time Mamdiouf being a target. They've offers 5.3 million for him, which again is one of my first team players, so it's definitely just a definite reject. And there we go, guys. I've put him straight into the team at the left centre mid role. I've actually also changed his role, so he's also taken all my free kicks for him because his free kick stats are much better than both Bojan's and also Pownzz's. So he's now our new designated free kick taker. Right, guys, moving into the next game. This is the cup game against Coventry in the Carabao Cup. I've actually just rotated the team around. I've actually put in Federici in goal. Shawcross has come back in for Ashley Williams, and I've changed pretty much the whole of the attacking team apart from Pownzzz, who stays in. Phobe's come up front. Sam Klukas is coming on the left, and we've got Afalai, Woods, and the new signing Milinovsky in the midfield. Still playing that 4-3-3 formation, and let's see how we do, guys, against Coventry. We're going to simulate this one. We're going to simulate all the cup games throughout the season, and we're going to skip. And we come out 4-1 victors. It's very good. Ryan Shawcross getting a goal, Pownzzz scoring 2 and getting a yellow card, and Phobe getting 1, as well as Coventry also getting on the score sheet once. Yeah, we're through to the next round, guys. Here we are, guys. We're into the next game of the championship now. This is our 3rd game of the season in the championship. I've changed the formation up a bit. Phobe staying in after he scored his goal in the cup. I switched Pownzzz over onto the left hand side and put Diouf onto the right. They're pretty much the attacking formation we went with towards the end of the last game against Brentford. I'm keeping Milinovsky in, as well as Alan and Bojan's come back in, as well as Ashley Williams and Butland. So it's pretty much a normal starting team now, I think. But obviously, James McLean's obviously on the bench and just resting for a bit. His stamina's a bit low, so let's get into this game, guys. Come on, Stoke, let's try and get a win this time. We lost to Brentford in the last game. We need 3 points now to start climbing this table. Sees Joe Allen in space. Bernowski. Bojan tries to find Pownzzz, and Pownzzz is in. Oh, it's an offside though. Pownzzz did find his way through and did sneak the ball into the bottom corner, but ref flag and he's offside. Was he? He was off. Yep. Damn. Peters with the tackle. Maguire's turn. Peters has found space. There's space in the middle. And Preston, before the break, have just gone up 1-0. Just play through. Peters got caught out there, and they played one through ball through the centre of our defence, and we were caught out. I think as Ashley Williams came across, I think, and Martina just couldn't cover in time. How Ashley Williams is there. For Preston are leading, and yet again we find ourselves down. And there we go, guys. It's half time, and we're 1-0 down to Preston. We didn't create any chances whatsoever. Preston were just passing the ball about quite a lot, and they found that one gap and played the ball straight into the box that was low, and they found a tap in to beat Butland. Here we go, guys. Second half kicks off. Let's go. We got to get something out of this now. Losing two on the bounce is not what we need. 1-2 football from Stoke, finds Pownzzz, who's going to hit it across goal, and it's in! Pownzzz of the strike. Lovely strike across the keeper, hits the post and goes in, and just after the break we find ourselves level. That was a beautiful goal. We find a lovely tiki-taka football. It's 1-2 with a phobia, finds a way through, decided to strike it across the keeper, and it's hit the post and gone in. We find it's level now. Preston 1, Stoke 1. And it's off the line, and Preston still managed to find a way in. It was off both posts, cleared off the line, only as far as Robinson again, who just heads the ball from like 2 or 3 yards out into the net. Look at this, the ball comes into the box, it's hit off both posts, cleared away, not very far, it just went to Robinson, didn't go any distance at all. We're 2-1 down. I'm doing a double substitution, guys. Allen and Ince are coming off, and McLean and Ryan Woods are coming on now. We need to freshen it up now, get some energy back into the team. Preston found their way through, Earl's on it, it's a shot on the edge of the box, falls to Johnson, save from Butland, has to get cleared, and someone's got to come retrieve that. Juve's come across to run it, and it's just run out of play. That's surely game over now, guys. Earl's on the ball, finds Martina. We couldn't find Martina, and ball's in from Robinson, cleared away by Indy, cleared away by Juve, and we can break now. The ref hasn't called up yet. That's a foul, surely, referee. That's a disgusting foul, and surely a red card. That has to be a send it off. I was through there in the dying embers of the game. Something has to be done. He has to go, surely. And it's only a yellow for Andrew Hughes. Peter Crouch coming on for a phobia. Bernowski with the ball in, and it's nothing comes of it, and it's out, and it's full time, and we've lost 2 on the bounce now, guys. At home to Brentford and away at Preston North End, coming a goal short in both games. I thought we had it won, or at least a draw from it, but in the end Preston came out on top, and again it was just difficult to break down. I need to make some changes to the side, I think, and the formation change probably isn't a question. But we suffered another defeat, guys. Preston 2, Stoke 1 is the final score. And after that second defeat of the season, guys, we're actually slipped down the table now, down to 11th The next team we're playing is Wigan, who have actually drew all 3 of their games. Let's have a look at the top of the table, who's up there. Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest still leading the way. Swansea, Aston Villa, Preston, Norwich and West Brom all on 7 points, and all challenging for the playoff places and promotion. Let's have a look at the bottom. Bolton, Hull and Birmingham City. Birmingham has yet to pick up a point yet. Don't forget, it's still 3 games in though, and yeah, we need to start climbing the table. We're obviously stuck in 11th. We need to be up there. That's where we're going to be. We've got Wigan next, and let's see how this game goes. Right guys, realising I need to make some sort of change to the side. We play, obviously Tom Ince did well on that left hand side, so with that being said, I'm probably going to have to change the right hand side formation. That's where McLean would be if Ince was on the left. So I've got an idea of Helder Costa. I'm going to approach him on loan. I'm not going to go for buy. I'm just going to approach him on loan and see what Wolves say. And I can't, because this club isn't interested in loaning this player out. Okay, maybe not. Let's try for Jordan Ibe then. Let's try approach him on loan. And I can't loan him out. Great. Can I at least try to buy one of them then, if that's not the case? Alright, Helder Costa. We're going to try attempt to purchase Helder Costa. They're probably going to ask for some stupid amount of money, but we've got to give it a go at least. His current value is 8 million, so I'm going to offer, again, I'm going to offer a transfer fee of 11, I think. I think that's a decent offer for him. Do I have enough to offer that much? How much do I have? I only have 9 million. I can't actually do too much with it. If I offer 11, would that actually sort it out? Yeah, my weekly wage budget does drop. He would have to be my only big signing now. No. Let's go with his value. Let's see what he says of his value. Oh, they've agreed for. He's actually agreed for 8 million. Wow, Helder Costa. I didn't expect him to accept that. Wow. Okay. And with that, guys, I didn't expect him to accept 8 million. His value is 8 million, and I offered 8 million, and he accepted it. I didn't expect that at all. I realised that I only had like 9 million in funds, so I had to just try 8 million, see what he said, and he accepted it. So let's just go with the negotiations with Helder Costa, then. Let's see what he says. Let's see what he's after. It's supposed to be important. If he wants to be important, yeah, I'll accept that. I think it'd more be crucial, but if he wants to be important, yeah, I'll try and get him on the wing. How many years does he want to sign for us? He didn't ask for us, so I'm gonna go for a standard 3 years and just see what he says. That's what we're after. Yep, that's brilliant. Let's carry on. I'm gonna disregard the release clause. He wants his wages at 33,000. That's actually less than what it was on. There was a signing bonus of 310 and the appearances. The other thing I'll counter is his appearances. I'll remove the bonus too. And with his signing bonus, I like my rounded numbers. I'll give him 250,000 actually. I think that'd be a bit better. I'll keep the wage the same. I think I'll leave it at that. And I'll submit and see what he says. So yeah, he's accepted it. Brilliant. And Helder Costa is now a part of our squad. Brilliant. So here we are, guys, in our next game of the season, the second home game of the season. We go with a different formation this time. I've actually changed to a 4-1-4-1, but I've just changed Ince and Costa from left and right mids to left and right wingers instead. So I just pushed up a bit. I'm putting Juve back up striker and leaving Ince on the left instead. Well, very well on the left side. I'm putting Bojan on the bench and bringing in Woods. Bojan's a little bit tired, so I bring in Woods in CDM. Allen and Milanovsky's control the midfield. Milanovsky did actually play quite well in that game I played in. yeah, I'm happy with how he's played. The same back four, Butland in goal. I'm just looking to try and find a different right back. I'm not happy with how Martinez is playing, so I'm just saying, I'm going to get straight into this, guys. We need a win. A win can take us up the table to about 9th at the moment, so yeah, we need a win desperately. So let's get into this game, guys. Here we are, guys. A cold, wet, rainy night in Stoke. Come on, guys, we need 3 points. Let's play a bit better this time. Let's see how well Costa does on his debut. Costa's on the ball. Pownzzz. Lovely turn. Away. Pownzzz shoots. It's in! Pownzzz has put us 1-0 up inside 13 minutes. What a beautiful goal. Lovely work on the edge of the box there. And a finesse shot to the right hand side of the goal. Fake shot away. Got through with the legs of the defender and shot. And it just found its way through. That's what we needed, full voice. So we get back to scoring ways, guys. That's much better. This is more like the Stoke we needed. Stoke City 1, Wigan 0. Jaron's picked it up on the edge to Milanowski. He takes a touch, he strikes it. It's a good save from the keeper. And it's out, and we've received a corner for it. Milanowski with the ball in, front post towards Juve, who's there. Pownzzz has got a chance, he's found space, and Pownzzz with the space has scored. What a strike from Pownzzz. Found the gap through the defence and just let fly, and it went flying into the net past keeper. It's a lovely finish. Ball comes in from Milanowski, he's headed clear. Pownzzz, just a few touches, finds the gap and hits the ball as hard as he could, straight through. It's a lovely finish. It's 2-0 up now, guys, before half time. Much better than the last 2 games. Beats his man. Costa. Ball in. Pownzzz there. It's deflected. And it's in! What a scruffy goal. But it still ended up in the back of the net. Costa beating his man. Getting the ball into the box. And towards Juve, who hits it, miskicks it, hits the defender off the post and hits the defender again on the line, and over the line it goes. What a mistake. Hits the defender off the post, and the defender got there before Juve to tap it into his own net. Before half time it's 3-0. Juve tries to find Woods again. He's found it through. Ryan Woods, it's in. It's 4-0 before half time. On the final minutes of stoppage time, Ryan Woods has found a way through. Lovely 1-2 with Pownzzz, and Stoke are up by 4-0. Lovely play. Pownzzz tries to stop and turn, couldn't get the ball through, plays it back to Woods, who would make the run, and to the far post of the keeper, slots it into the side netting. It's a beautiful finish from Ryan Woods. And it's Stoke City 4, Wigan Athletic 0, way before half time. And there we go, guys. It's half time, and what a half for Stoke. We're doing much better than the previous 2 games. Beautiful goals. Costa his debut. You can say he got an assist, obviously crossing that ball into the box and getting the own goal from Byrony there. And yeah, Juve, Ince and Woods all getting on the score sheet as well. Joe Allen tries to see the run of Pownzzz, who does. First time ball into the box, and Pownzzz there, and it's just deflected out, and it's a corner. Ball's in from Milanowski. Ashley Williams, it's in. Ashley Williams at the header from the corner. 65 minutes gone, and we're 5-0 up now. It's a lovely ball in from Milanowski. And Ashley Williams was the one that rose highest to win it, and it's just into the centre of the goal. Ball in high towards the centre of the circle. Header straight down, keeper just dives out the way. And it's too easy for Ash Williams. Stoke City 5, Wigan Athletic 0. And it's found the ball long, and Peters couldn't win it. And it's crossed the goal, and Wigan have a goal back. Peters couldn't get round his man. It's just a bit too slow for him. The ball comes in low. First player ducks and the second player manages to get it. Butland gets their fingertip to it, but it's not enough to keep it out. Stoke City 5, Wigan 1. And there we go, guys. Final whistle has gone, and we ended up winning convincingly by 5 goals to 1 in the end, from 5 different goal scorers as well, for all Stoke City goals. One of them was an own goal in the end from Bayern, but beautiful goals from Diouf, Ince. Who else scored? Ashley Williams at the corner. That's what we needed to hear as well. Anyway, guys, 3 points up the table, and a convincing scoreline for the help our goal difference in the future as well. Stoke City 5, Wigan 1 is the final score. Okay, guys, we've actually been given a transfer offer from Swansea for Charlie Adam. They offered 1.05 million for him. I don't actually have a lot of reserve players in the club, so if I'm going to reject the offer, I think I've got just enough midfielders to cover his position, but with me not having a lot of players in the club, I'm going to reject it. Just so I've got a good balance of squad, so if I get too many players injured, then I've got enough players to cover it. Here's the current table, guys. After that convincing win against Wigan, we managed to push ourselves up into 10th place in the Championship. We've got West Brom above us, who have got a game in hand and a point above us, but a win here against Hull in our last game that we're going to play in this episode can give us another 3 points, put us up to 9, which can take us as high as 5th, or possibly even 4th, again obviously replacing Ipswich. But regardless of it, depends what they do in terms of their games as well. That's as high as we can go. We're looking at the top of the table. Middlesbrough winning all 5 of their games, actually. Wow. And they top the table with 15 points out of a possible 15. Aston Villa and Preston close behind them with 10. And let's have a look at the bottom of the table. That's where Hull are at 23rd, and Sheffield United at 22nd, and Birmingham yet to get a point. They still remain on 0, and they actually play Nottingham Forest next as well, who are currently in 6th. So it's going to be a tough test for Birmingham to get out of the relegation zone. But yeah, that's the current table for now, guys. And after beating Wigan, we've actually managed to knock them down, and they've gone down to 19th. Here we are, guys, going into the final game that we're going to play this episode. We are changing the side up a bit. We brought in McLean, Afobe, Bojan, Atebo and Ryan Shawcross into the squad. The players have swapped out for them. Obviously they're quite low on stamina. They're obviously playing 2 games back to back at home. They're going to be quite tired. Obviously with the Championship there's a lot more games, so they are going to be low on fitness. But yeah, we're going up against Hull. They are in 23rd, so hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a test. But yeah, let's get into this game, guys. The final game we're going to play this episode. Here we go, guys. Let's try and get another 3 points, push us back up the table to where it's supposed to be. We've had 2 setbacks already this episode. We don't want any more. This is James McLean, who is onside. James McLean's going to have a shot from the edge of the box. Solid foul to Bojan. And Bojan back in the side today after his little bit of a break from the previous games, and gets a goal for Stoke, putting us in the lead after 20 minutes. There's a good run down the wing from McLean. He tried to shoot across the keeper, almost for the keeper to spill it, and for Bojan just to tap it in to the near post. Stoke 1, Hull 0. Bojan tries to get it to Costa. He's been quite quiet this game. Martina tries to set the ball through to Costa. That's a beautiful pass, and Costa's through, and it's a beautiful finish from Costa with his first goal for the club. After half an hour, Costa's first goal in Stoke, his red and white stripes, has put us up to 2 goals ahead now. That's a lovely pass through from Cuco Martina in the end, straight through all of the defenders, and Costa with just 1 touch and hits it on his left foot and rolls it past the keeper to his near post. Stoke City 2, Hull City 0. And that's half time, guys. After 2 goals from Bojan and Costa, we do lead comfortably at the break. Hull haven't really created much chances. They've only had like the 1 header on the edge of the box, was the only one that troubled Butland, but at the end, it's just an easy half. It's just Stoke 2-0 up and we're looking comfortable. And into the second half we go, guys. Here we go. Let's see if we can wrap this game up. And hopefully can we keep a clean sheet as well. That's the other thing that we need to do this season. But yeah, miss the ball in, and McLean gets there, he can't. And Preston is about to strike it. Oh my god! What a brilliant goal by Eric Peters! Oh my days, what a thunderous strike from Eric Peters! The ball gets whipped in by Bojan, I think, and it's just headed clear, and Peters with an absolute thunderbolt into that top right hand corner. The ball's come in, it's headed clear. One touch by Peters, hits it on the volley, and it's gone straight in, flying into that top left hand corner of the keeper's net. Look at that. That has to be one of my goals of the season, and one of my best goals I've scored for all of FIFA 19 so far. Eric Peters, take a bow, son. Stoke City 3, Hull City 0. What a goal. I still can't get over that goal. That was absolutely incredible. I just decided to hit one that it just flew in. I thought he was making a run. Surely he's onside. But he's onside. Benikofobi. 4-0. The Hull players just tried to play the offside trap, but it only went as far as Fobi found his easy way through, and he just ran it. It was just 1-on-1. It was not going to miss that. It was such an easy chance. Lovely ball through. All of this Hull defenders just switch off. Fobi is a bit too quick for them to catch up with, and easily slots that into the corner. Stoke City 4, Hull City 0. This is getting a little bit too easy and may have to up the difficulty at the end of the day. Good header down by Shawcross. McLean finds a Fobi, who strikes on first time. Benikofobi. That's 2 amazing goals scored in this one match. Outside the box, hit it, caught the keeper out, and it just flew in past the keeper and into that left hand corner. Benikofobi picks up his second of the game. And good header down from Ryan Shawcross. McLean just taps it, finds Fobi, just takes a touch and strikes as hard as he can into the corner of the net, catching all of the players out, even the goalkeeper and even myself, to be honest. Beautiful strike. That's 2 games in a row I've managed to score 5 goals. Stoke City 5, Hull City 0.
Double substitution for Stoke City. Coming off the
And with that goal comes Fobi's departure for the match. I've subbed him off, as well as Joe Allen, who picked up a yellow card for, as the announcer says, Peter Crouch. And Allen's going to offer Ryan Woods just to freshen it up, because Allen's on the yellow card. 3 minutes any time. Balls come in. Stewart held by Costa's picked it up, and one of my players has gone down here. I'm going to hit the ball out of play, and it's Peter Tabor who's gone down. He's got looks like a serious injury though. I hope it's not serious. I think it is. It is. Peter Tabor's got a major injury there. Luckily I've got enough to make one more substitution. That's a big blow for us, guys. We've got another injury, and it's one of our key players as well. I think he's just pulled up with a hamstring injury. I've brought on Milanovsky for this final minute or so, and there we go. That's a full-time whistle. Despite Peter Tabor's injury, we did manage to pick up another comfortable victory by scoring 5 goals in the game. This time we did manage to keep the clean sheet in the end. And that's a phenomenal performance in the end. And 2 amazing goals scored. One by Benikofobi right at the end, absolutely thundering it into the left hand side of the goal. But the best one of the day, and probably a goal of the season, Eric Peters' shot from outside of the box, absolutely belted it into that top right hand corner. Brilliant game. Stoke City 5, Hull City 0 at the Bet365 Stadium. Here you are, guys, with updates on the injuries, and actually Moritz Bauer is actually just returned from injury, which is a very good news to hear. But the only bad news is Wow, Peter Tabo's out for 2 months as well with a torn hamstring. That's got to be very painful. And we got one player back, but we suffered the loss of another player who's out for another 2 months. Luckily, we've got a lot of midfielders to cover his position, so looks like Darren Fletcher or Charlie Adam might be getting some game time this season. But that's another big blow to us. But at least Maurice Bauer's back, and Martina can actually take another seat on the bench where he belongs, because he's done well, but too many other cards for us. Okay guys, we've got another transfer offer. This is a weird one. Sporting have actually come with an offer for Tom Edwards of all people. That is a very interesting offer. Offered in 970,000 for him. His estimated value is between 820 and 1.2 million. So I'm going to see if I can negotiate and see if I can get a better offer for him. He's willing to pay 970,000 for him. And I'm just thinking, just so up the offer off, I'm going to up it to 1.5 million, just to see what he says. If we do, that's going to be a good, a good addition to the budget, I think. And hopefully they can accept that. His value is 1.2, so let's see what he says to that offer. No, he just says no. He says no, which is understandable, and they've just rejected it. And here we are guys, we've actually got another game in this episode, but it's actually another cup game in the Carabao Cup against Nottingham Forest, actually, who we actually got drew against previously in real life in the Carabao Cup. We did actually lose this game as well though, and it's the same fixture as well. We're away at Nottingham Forest, and I've just changed the team around a lot. Federici's come in, I've brought in Shawcross again for another game. We did play that very well. I see McLean is coming in as well, and Ince is going in on the right hand side as well, back with, and McLean's on the left. I brought in Darren Fletcher and Charlie Adam in the midfield as well, and also Sada Berahino makes his first start of the season up front. So let's see if this team can give us a win and entry into the next round. Let's have a look. And it is not the case this time. Nottingham Forest ended up knocking us out on penalties, which, well, that's not what you want, is it, really? So yeah, we are out of the Carabao Cup. Here we are guys as well. It's, yeah, obviously with the end of the episode I'll bring you up to date with the league table as it stands, and at the moment Middlesbrough actually lead the way with 100% record so far. We're getting all 15 points out of the possible 15. We managed to find our way up into 6th spot after 3 wins and 2 losses, after those 2 losses coming in this episode against Preston North End and Brentford. Yeah, disappointing I did get those defeats, but we did actually redeem ourselves with a 5-1 and a 5-0 victory, getting our goal difference up to 10 positive goal difference. Swansea, Preston and Ipswich also occupy the playoff places at the moment. And looking at the bottom of the table, Birmingham City did actually manage to pick themselves up their first point. Let's have a look who it was against. It's out there at the bottom against Nottingham Forest. They drew 1-1 with Nottingham Forest there. Hull City and Millwall are also in the bottom 3, and Wigan, Sheffield United and Brentford as well also on 3 points, getting close behind but are not in the relegation because of their goal difference. So yeah, thank you very much guys for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave it a like, and if you didn't, you can also drop a dislike and let me know why in the comments below why you left a dislike. In the next episode we'll finish off with the transfer deadline day, getting through that day and all the games in September. So, and if you have any suggestions for anyone you want me to look up to buy for my club, feel free to leave their name in the comments below, so I can have a look for you guys, and hopefully they can represent you. Maybe it'd be a nice idea to get a player represent one of you guys in the series. So thank you guys for watching. This is Pownzzz, and I'm signing out.